Hello guys and welcome to today's video. For those of you who are new here, my name is Eloise from Fitwaffle and today I'm going to be showing you 3 super simple Oreo recipes that only use 2 or 3 ingredients. 2 of them you may have seen on my Instagram or TikTok already if you're from there, and the other one is more of like an experiment for me. I've seen it on Instagram I think, but I've never tried it before, so I want to try it today and I'll taste test everything at the end. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Sit tight and let's get going. Okay guys, so the first recipe we're going to be doing is Oreo Fudge. Now this is actually one of the most popular posts on my Instagram page ever, and I think on TikTok ever, so I really hope you like this one. It's super simple. It literally only uses 1 tin of condensed milk. I have 20 crushed Oreos in here, but if you don't have 20, don't worry about it. It just gives it like a nice amount through the mixture. And I also have 510 grams of white chocolate. First up, I'm gonna open our tin of condensed milk. Oh, also, I need to put this down. Also, you need to have a lined baking tray ready. The one that I've got here is 8 by 8 inches, which gives quite like a nice thick fudge. Obviously, the bigger your pan, the thinner the fudge will be, so it's completely up to you. So you're going to pour the condensed milk into your saucepan. Next, you're going to add your white chocolate. So you need to pour it all in there, and I'm going to pop it on a low to medium heat. Once your mixture is in there, once your white chocolate and the condensed milk is in there, you want to pretty much start stirring like as soon as possible, especially if your cooker does get hot quite quickly, because it will burn. Like, it will burn quickly. White chocolate just does seem to burn quickly. You can actually do this in the microwave. If you search microwave fudge on the internet, you will find out like the exact times and everything to put it in the microwave for. All you're basically doing is melting these two together. So if you want to do that in the microwave, if that's easier for you, or like you don't have a stovetop or something, you can do that. I personally prefer this method because I feel like you have a bit more control over it. Also, you do need to thicken it. So that's how it sets properly, and that's easier to do in a saucepan than it is to do in the microwave. So all my white chocolate has melted now, and as you can see, the mix is really nice and thick. So as you stir it, you should basically be able to see it come away from the bottom of the pan quite nicely. So I'm gonna turn off the cooker there, especially because this one takes a while to cool down. And now I'm gonna fold in my Oreos. I have my crushed Oreos here. Again, you can have them like as crushed or as bigger chunks if you want. If you wanted to chuck whole Oreos in here and not crush them, that's fine too. This recipe is like super flexible. I'm gonna fold those in. If you want to see the separation from the Oreos and the fudge, I would recommend that you don't mix them too much, because as the Oreos start to break down, your fudge will turn almost like a grayish color. I'm gonna take this off. I'm just gonna push this back. It gets super hot. If you've got one of these, you know. Bringing in my lined baking tray, and I would recommend that you line it rather than greasing it, because it's way easier to get out afterwards. So I'm gonna pour that in, nice and gloopy. Once it's in, waste no time, you're basically gonna spread it out straight away because it will start to harden quite quickly. So here, if you wanted to like stick some more on the top, you could do, or if you want it to stay nice and flat, then just keep spreading. What's cool about this fudge as well is that if you wanted to add like some sort of food colouring to it, like pink or blue or something like that, you can, and it doesn't really affect the mixture at all, but it looks really cool. Especially because everything's white, like the food colouring works really well in it. Right, I would say that is done. So what did that take, like 5 minutes? So here's our fudge, and now that needs to go in the fridge for at least 2 hours, if not longer. Basically just until it's set, like it should be nice and hard when it comes out. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge now and we'll move on to the next recipe. Okay, so second recipe I'm going to be doing is a 3-ingredient Oreo Rocky Road. So all you need is 250 grams of Oreos crushed, 50 grams of marshmallows. I've only got white ones, but you can use pink and white if you want, and 520 grams of white chocolate. So a little tip with the white chocolate, it is the main ingredient other than the Oreos in this recipe. So you do need to use a white chocolate that you like. I am using this one, which is a 50p white chocolate that we buy in bulk. But do use a white chocolate that you like, because it is going to be one of the main flavors in here. First step is we're going to pour the Oreos and the marshmallows into a bowl. I'm going to pour them over in front of me. Then I'm gonna melt the white chocolate in the microwave and I'm gonna pour it over the top. And that is literally it. I told you it was simple. So I probably should have used a bigger bowl for this, but I'm gonna melt this in the microwave. Tip, melt it in small increments. So for example, 30 seconds, give it a stir, 30 seconds until it's melted. All right, be right back. All right, so I've got my melted white chocolate, so I'm just going to pour that over the top. Mine probably took about a minute to melt, but it is very warm in here, so it was already kind of melted. So now I'm just going to mix this all together, making sure that all the Oreos and marshmallows are completely covered in the white chocolate. This recipe is super great for kids because it literally requires no baking. Or if you're like me and you just want something really simple but really tasty, then this takes like 5 minutes to make. Not even that. Biggest issue is you have to let it set. So it's not ready instantly unless you're just gonna eat a bowl of this, which is totally fine with me. Okay, so that looks pretty mixed. I'm now just gonna pour it into my lined baking tray. And again, this tray is 8 by 8. And also the beauty of Rocky Road, if you wanted to add something extra in here, like a different biscuit or another biscuit, just anything, like you could add another chocolate in here if you wanted to. Also, you could do this with milk chocolate, same with the fudge. If you want to use milk, dark or white, that's absolutely fine. It's not gonna make any difference, except for taste, obviously. So we're just gonna spread that out, pushing it all the way to the edges. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge now. It should only take about an hour to fully set, and then we're gonna go on to our third recipe. Okay guys, so I am back for our third and final recipe of the day. So this is a experimental recipe. I'm going to be making an Oreo mug cake with 2 ingredients. So in here I have 6 Oreos. You probably can use a few more or less, but this is what I have left in my pack. So I'm just gonna pop 6 Oreos in my mug. And obviously if you're gonna use this many, you need to have a relatively big mug. So I'm using Bernie's big spoon mug. Then we're gonna fill the cup halfway with milk. I'm using skimmed milk and I don't think it matters. And then all you're gonna do is basically crush the Oreos with a fork. This is where we get messy. So I'm pretty sure you need to crush them down to pretty much like a crumb. And obviously as soon as they start to soak in with the milk, it's gonna become a bit easier. Also, I have a question for you. What is your favourite part of an Oreo? Is it the cream, the filling, or is it the biscuit? I am a cream person, so like double stuffed Oreos or even more, that is the Oreo for me. I'm not really a fan of those thins. Ooh, made a mess. Quite nice. They don't have the right ratios for me. That actually looks pretty gross, but it is just Oreos and milk. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I'll start with a minute and a half and I'll see what happens after that. Wish me luck with this. Okay, so here is my mug cake. It overflowed a bit, but I didn't get the microwave dirty, so it's not the end of the world. It puffed up and now it's fully sort of like sunk down. I put it in the microwave for 1 minute 30 and it looked like frothy and milky at the top, so I assumed it wasn't done. So I put it in for another 20 seconds and it started bubbling over. Whilst that's cooling, I'm going to get the other stuff out the fridge because for you guys it's been like 2 minutes. For me it's been 3 hours. So the fudge and the Rocky Road has set, so I'm gonna bring them all out and we'll do a taste test. So Oreo Fudge has set, just about. And then Rocky Road has also set. This one took like no time at all. My fridge is really cold. They look quite similar, don't they? And then obviously we have our Oreo mug cake, which is cooling down there. Let's cut off a little section so I can try them. I want one with a lot of Oreo in. Okay, so that looks good, doesn't it? Obviously I have tried this before, but not in a while now. It's so good. I actually really like the taste of like sweetened condensed milk, so that tastes really good to me. I'm gonna cut a piece of the Rocky Road off. That's so nice. I love Rocky Road, and especially with like the cream of the Oreos and the marshmallow in there. I like white chocolate. I'm a big fan of white chocolate, so that's really nice. And then the last one, this is one I'm most interested in trying because obviously I haven't tried it before, so let's give it a go. It is obviously just Oreos and milk, so sorry, I'm choking on Oreos. Don't worry about me, I'm just trying to kill myself with Oreos. This bit looks like it's got a bit of like the cream in it. Oh, hot still. I didn't let it cool enough. You can see I used my pretty spoon for you guys. How cool is that? I got them in a pack of like maybe 10 or something, maybe 8 spoons, all different colours and all metallic, and they're really pretty. I got them from Amazon. It definitely needs to cool down a bit more. I'm not sure about this one. I feel like it kind of just tastes a bit like soggy biscuits. And I'm sure I cooked it for long enough. The thing is, mug cakes I find are generally dry. So it's definitely not dry. I just don't feel like it has much flavour. Maybe if I use like full fat milk or maybe like a coconut milk or something, it might have more flavour. Look at it, this is the texture. It's almost rubbery. Look at that. That is the texture of it. I feel like it could do with some sort of frosting, you know, some sort of icing. Just like a simple one, like icing sugar and water, just to give it something. The cool thing about this, you could use any flavour Oreos. I know if you're watching this and you're from the States, you guys have some really cool Oreos over there. Like whenever I've been, the section in Walmart of your Oreos is incredible. It's got like carrot cake flavour and lemon and everything like that. In the UK, we don't have many flavour Oreos, like at all. I think I saw mint in Waitrose the other day, but other than that, yeah, we don't have many. I would say out of these 3, right now, my favourite is the Oreo Rocky Road, but I do love the Oreo Fudge, but I think today I'm going with the Rocky Road. But anyway, let me know if you try any of these recipes. I actually have a link to a 1-minute recipe video for the Oreo Fudge, and I also have a recipe for Oreo truffle balls and a 5-ingredient Oreo cheesecake. Can you tell that I love Oreos? I'll put links to those in the description. Let me know if there's any other Oreo recipes that I should try. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye!